Max Ramsey is an unsung hero in the streets of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He can often be found in the city's most dangerous and poverty-stricken neighborhoods. Max Ramsey is a very familiar face to Milwaukee's homeless folks and well known by its drug addicts, prostitutes, and pimps. Max's confidence and courage under pressure in Milwaukee's most densely populated, gang-run neighborhoods can be attributed to his experience as a Green Beret in the United States Army Special Forces. Today, I will be giving you a brief look into the efforts of this man to make connections with the oppressed, bring hope to the hopeless, and open the hearts of the city to remember their forgotten and move them to embrace their own. Since moving his family to the Milwaukee area in 2000, Max has progressed his efforts from operating out of the back of a pickup truck with a meager budget to now operating multiple outreaches in full force that offer help to those in need. Many volunteers offer the hands of support and have partnered with him to reach out to Milwaukee's helpless and hurting. In 2000, Max started a feeding ministry on a budget of only $30. After his family helped to make sandwiches, he would drive around in his pickup truck to homeless areas and hand out the sandwiches along with bottles of water. Over time, one thing led to another. Max started a small food pantry in a church basement located in a neighborhood where a couple kids had recently been shot. For Max, the pantry was about much more than food. It was about connecting to people and communicating to them that they were cared about. Additionally, Max advocates as the voice of the homeless, echoing into the hearts of the Milwaukee community. He works to raise awareness to the unresolved homeless problem and beckons for support and solution. According to Marquette University's Meet Milwaukee, Max was part of a panel of individuals who educated students about the nature of homelessness and promoted community advocacy. Max's endeavor is to give people a new lens to see through. He has also spoke at Concordia University and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Max has not only fed the hungry, made connections in the homeless community, and been an advocate for the voiceless, but he has also developed other avenues of reach into the troubled areas of Milwaukee's worst neighborhoods. According to an article by Milwaukee Magazine, Max created Street Life Communities in 2014. Street Life is a nonprofit organization of people that go out twice a week and visit homeless people at home. At home means in the place that they live, be it a sleeping bag, a tent, under a bridge, or even in a car. Max and his Street Life team know people by name and where they live. They take them food, water, winter wear, sleeping bags, and tents. According to Street Life's Facebook page, their goal is to establish and build relationships with runaways, homeless, and street-dependent youth and adults. Max has also established a safe zone facility where people can gather, relax, and enjoy light snacks. A safe zone is an area that rival gang members have agreed not to attack or cause harm to. People can go there and enjoy time away from their everyday life. There is also an addiction and recovery support group that meets at the location as well. Max is a gifted person who connects with people. As an ordained minister, many people ask him for prayer or to perform a service. In some of the hairiest situations, he remains cool under intense pressure. According to Milwaukee Magazine, Max has no qualms walking among the city's most desperate in the dark. His wife Jackie says that he often jokes that only some days he uses what he learned in seminary, but every day he uses what he learned in the military. One of Max's newest avenues of outreach is called the Late Shift. The Late Shift takes place in the wee late hours on Wednesday nights when a small group led by Max go to known prostitution areas to offer help and hope. Believe it or not, hope is a key ingredient that is missing in areas like these. Pimps brainwash the prostitutes in believing that they have no way out of their life of prostitution. They control prostitutes by getting them hooked on heroin. It is very difficult and dangerous for prostitutes to try to get away from life on the streets and away from their pimp. But Max has connections in another state that can help hide women and help them start over when they're ready. In the last 20 years, Max's efforts have helped hundreds of people get off the streets. Additionally, he has taken in a total of 17 people in his home. One of the people currently living with Max is Tim. Back in his younger years, Tim was a Division I college athlete. Over the course of time, during his athletic career, he experienced many injuries, which in turn resulted in many surgeries. Over the course of time, Tim developed a dependence on prescription medication. That dependence evolved into a heroin addiction that eventually caused him to lose everything and wound him up homeless and on the streets for 4 years. Because of Max's heart for the outcast, he made a connection with Tim, a connection which turned into a friendship. Max partnered with Tim and helped him turn his life around. Tim has now been clean for 2.5 years, has a job, and is also part of the Street Life outreach. When asked to describe his friend Max, Tim says, "Max is compassionate to a fault. He puts the needs of others before his own. He sees past stereotypes and sees people genuinely for who they are and who they can become." Our text this week states that the purpose of a commemorative speech is to arouse and heighten appreciation for a person, and today the person to commemorate is Max Ramsey. I am impressed with and appreciate his courage and strive to make connections with the oppressed, bring hope to the hopeless, and open the hearts of the city to remember their forgotten and move them to embrace their own. I will close with a quote from Max himself. "This is our community, the housed and the homeless, the financially secure and those on the edge, those who are clean and those struggling with addiction. We aren't one or the other. We are all of these. This is our community." Thank you.